And we are live.
Oh, yeah.
Good morning, Crypto Warriors, and welcome back to the Gentlemen of Crypto, episode 277. Today is Thursday, October 25th, and I'm King.
And I'm Bitcoin Zay, and we are here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community Monday through Friday at 10-ish.
At 10-ish. That's like the only part we need a teleprompter for, intro and outro. Definitely.
Yeah, days running together.
Right.
Hey, just living
Crypto days, exactly.
Sun goes up, sun goes down.
Well, I mean, here, just Cali, you got the same scenery every day.
Every day.
For the free crypto coins yesterday, who won?
Oh, yeah. So our free winner for yesterday is Leroy Forbes. Oh, yeah. Racking up the crypto coins. His response to a question, which was about the VCs. If you were a venture capitalist, what would you invest in and what type of technology would you look at? And his was about decentralized AI, which had a decentralized exchange. So I'm pretty sure artificial intelligence will start entering decentralized exchanges and centralized exchanges. They already are technically, if you look at bots trading. But if I was to invest in a company, someone who had something like that, definitely something to look forward to in the future. So thank you for that answer, Leroy Forbes.
Thank you. Have we got those up and running yet?
Oh, yeah. They're being sent out today.
Nice. There we go. Everybody should receive it today.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Let's see. Top stories. One of those quiet days, but we found something. Sony unveils multiple application contactless cryptocurrency hardware wallet.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. The research arm of Japanese technology giant Sony announced it had created contactless cryptocurrency hardware wallet in a press conference Tuesday, October 23rd. They've yet to name this device, but it utilizes IC smart card technology, which is popular in Japan, to communicate with the Bitcoin or other cryptocurrency networks. And they're saying the advantages, according to developers from Sony Computer Science Labs, lie in dispensing with the need to attach a wallet to a host device via USB, as is the current standard for the industry. Woo! All right, so what does that all mean to the casual listener?
Oh, yeah, to the casual listener, basically that means the use case for it will be technically the same as any other device that you use for hardware wallets. It is a ledger type wallet, Trezor type wallet, where you plug it in with the USB and you can sign transactions using Bluetooth technology. So technically you don't have to have a internet connection, just Bluetooth technology, which if Sony is developing it, the money that they have behind it, I would definitely say, yeah, it's going to be a mainstream wallet. And I mean, one day, as far as tech-wise, we see how USBs have moved from, I remember floppy disk back in my day, even, before that, CDs. Floppy disk. And how far we've come to where you go into a tech store, and if you don't get a terabyte, it's like a problem.
Right.
So,
it's on the cloud, bro.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Like, it's in the cloud, bro. I don't even have this.
But you're right. Terabyte, that's crazy how a terabyte is the norm now.
That's the norm now.
It's reasonably priced.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So these wallets that are coming out now are like first editions. A lot of times you may want to buy this just to have it as a piece of history, because I'm sure 5 years from now, wallets will be almost totally either in the cloud, or there'll be wallets where you can hold a bunch of, or pretty much every coin you want. And Sony, I'm looking to see how good their security is, because they will get tested.
They already got hacked, actually, last year or last few years. They getting tagged.
They got tagged.
That movie, what was the movie with Seth Rogen for the North Korean dictator?
Oh, yeah. I forgot, when they ruffled some feathers.
Right, but so they get hacked often,
So it's possible, trust me. So they'll get tested. I'm anxious to see how that will work. However, with the hardware wallet, you close some of the security holes when you don't have to connect it to the internet.
That's true.
When it's connected to your personal device, also when it's Bluetooth over Wi-Fi, that should help a lot more. So anxious to see what Sony does with this, and this seems like hardware wallet day, because we got a few more to talk about. But
You know what, but one thing I want to talk about on Sony, because it kind of goes to your question yesterday, if you're a VC, will you invest in all that? This is the investment right now. You're talking about Sony enabling you to use your cryptocurrency wallets walletless. Wonder where they're going to put that on next couple of years. PS5 maybe, or backwards compatible with the PS4. For those who know what I'm talking about, that's gaming. It will, not a maybe, I'm guaranteeing you it's going to be used in gaming, because we're already seeing it on games where even if you have last year editions, 2 years ago editions, you'll have pop-ups during your game that allows you to buy the next edition game on your system already. So you can already make purchases on your Sony PlayStations and your Microsoft Xboxes and all that. For gamers, of course, know that you can make in-game purchases. So the next level, of course, is to have that Sony coin out there. It's going to happen sometimes. Sony token, whatever coin they use, or blockchain or cryptocurrency network, or maybe they'll make their games compatible to the point where it doesn't matter what crypto you use. We have our games have in-game wallets that accept anything. Like you said, it's already on on the Bluetooth network. But I mean, I just think that's the natural next step for Sony. They would definitely implement this in all their gaming platforms and systems, and allow, that's one of their biggest sources of income, and allow you to spend that way.
Oh yeah, Japanese tech, invest in it, because I'm telling you, they are letting them run wild in Japan. We just talked yesterday about the self-regulatory body in Japan. So as you can see, you let the tech go. This is some of the good stuff you'll get. So shout out to Sony.
So really quick, what's going on? Crypto Q, Jizzy Mac, Cornelius, Allison, S1 Dubs. Crypto Q said, remember when they installed the rootkits on DVD players? Right. Sony installed rootkits on DVD players to protect copyright. Oh, of course.
Oh yeah.
New Legacy, what's going on? Tony Nolly.
What's up? What's
Unknown, thank you. Appreciate it. Unknown said, appreciate all you two do. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. The U.S. market crash? Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's going on. November 11th, currency evaluation, Bitcoin descending triangle squeeze. We'll try to tap it at the end. What's going on, Minho?
Oh, yeah.
All right, next up, as Bitcoin Zay said, there's all types of wallets and all types of good tech stuff going on today. But looks like the UK government vetoes the Royal Mint's launch of digital gold after CME exit.
Wow. Get it out of here.
What is going on with Her Majesty?
Well, they came out with a project. They wanted to issue up to $1 billion worth of digital gold tokens, which is
digital gold.
I mean,
Dr. Evil voice.
What in the world? I mean, digital gold is used in reference to Bitcoin as a way to compare it.
Right.
Nobody actually calls it digital gold backed by gold. However, what happened was the Royal Mint, they decided they wanted to actually issue this gold and then have it backed by a digital token. The retail investors, you could buy the gold from them with these tokens. And in my opinion, I figured it would be some sort of scammy thing going on. I don't really trust.
Sounds like an ETF.
Sound like some sort of ETF. But CME was involved with it. But once they got out of it, the Royal Mint was like, hey, we don't want anything to do with it either. So at this point, it's still kind of up in the air if they'll try again or if they'll try a different way. But we haven't really seen anybody create tokens based on physical goods. Somebody will, however, it's really hard to trust a government's issuing of this gold versus a private company. So good to see there, in my opinion, simply because leaving this project behind is probably better for the environment. Because if you exchange the digital tokens for gold, or if you're trying to get digital tokens, you might as well get gold certificates. You might as well get. I mean, it's already stuff out there. It's already stuff for it already. So it's sort of
that's the way you add those derivatives. And
just
paper on top of paper. Right.
Yeah. Just keep dividing up the pie until nobody has anything. So yeah, Royal Mint, they're leaving that behind. Good to see, in my opinion. So,
and I think also the Royal Mint, they took too long to do it. They were talking about it back in 2016. Since then, as you said, the futures launched, late 2017, early 2017 or 2018 this year or whatever. But since then, I mean, it's been a lot of advancements in what CME is doing. I mean, coming from the UK government itself, I'm sure they're like, look, we know CME is very savvy. They have all the analysts around the world. They want to make money. So if they exit a deal, then that means the upside isn't there for them. Maybe it takes too long or it just isn't worth it. Whatever the reason, the UK government is saying, we trust these private analysts and this private company to say if there's no juice to be squeezed right now and they leave, then we should probably do the same thing without having to put all our people to it. So that makes sense. And then, kind of going along with some more reasons why. It looks like one of the Reuters sources claimed that the priority shifted away from the digitalization following the retirement of CEO it looks like Bhupinder Gill in late 2016, followed by that of CME's head of digitalization, Sandra Rowe, last July. So again, we all know that can definitely sidetrack a project. Something as an investor you definitely have to look out for, and it definitely, it's one of those unknowns. It doesn't matter how much TA you do, FA. It doesn't matter what you do. If a CEO or somebody, a developer, somebody in the mix, in the nucleus that really makes that project what it is, decides to leave. And then also that partner companies, same person basically was like, okay, I'm going too. Then again, that who's going to pick up that project? Nobody wants to.
Looks dead in the water to me.
Right. So good try, I guess. As you said, it was already on certificate, so it wasn't really a reason why, but for that money grab. But I'm sure they'll figure out something else.
Didn't work out this time.
Right, exactly.
Just go for the next
I have a sneaky suspicion they will figure something else
new
out.
stable coin coming.
Right, right. Minho said, "Why don't we come over to Veritasium News?"
Well, we don't really cover a lot of the altcoins news.
Yeah.
And Veritasium, you know, Reggie Middleton, smart guy. You know, met him at the blockchain summit. Nice guy, and you know, got a good thing going. However, like we said, a lot of altcoins have remained to be seen, and we don't do individual ones that much, simply because we cover broad news.
But to be fair, we, you know, when Veritasium first came out, that was one of the altcoins we buy for our topics we had, and for people who bought it at that time, we've been told they did okay. So, Phil Bree, what's going on? Evan, good morning, good morning. Here we go. Smash that like and share button, people. We know it is a slow, dead market right now, but let's try to get that algo popping.
Oh yeah.
All right. Investors receive false information about Bitmain funding round.
Oh yeah, getting juicy now. Oh yeah.
Parties solicited to invest in the pre-initial public offering funding round for Bitmain Technologies. You know, we've been talking about this now for months, at least when they finally pushed the news out. Looks like the leading maker of the cryptocurrency mining software and hardware received pitch decks falsely suggesting the company has secured financial backing from Digital Sky Technologies Global and GIC Private Limited. An investigation by Coinbase has found.
Did y'all not think anybody was going to check?
Before you deep dive into this, I will say that is the biggest trend we've been seeing in this space. And what's crazy about it, and this trend is that people lying.
Yeah.
People just flat out lying about who's on their team, who's a developer, what financial backing they have, what banks they're working with, what partnerships they're working with. That has been the leading thing. And what's very interesting about this is that, you know, we're getting all these new rules and regulations that are all aimed at these, you know, these dark actors, the ones you never see, the scary criminals that's flown on a dark web and doing all this negative stuff. When in reality, it is actually private companies in the spotlight who are on the news every day. I mean, was it Draper or Tapscott's? I think it was Tapscott's son. Was it Don or Dan Tapscott Jr., who had the fake team members on his site when he tried to make a hedge fund?
Yeah, faces with no LinkedIn.
Slap on the wrist. All he had to do was give the money back and apologize to everybody. You know, you got Bitmain apparently, allegedly, not telling the whole truth by their financial backing. We've had countless other companies come out with either pump and dumps or like literally just lying about who they're partnering with. It was IOTA. They kind of, you know, did their thing. So what's going on with that?
This is a scandal inside of a scandal because technically what happened was there was an email floating around that they had created a pitch deck and that they had a $400 million Series B fund and a pre-IPO valuation of $12 billion, which we actually discussed on the show. We had our own questions about it. We said they are making money, but good gracious, $12 billion. So honestly, that was the first part. That email should have never gotten out. And because of that email and the names that they named of people that were funding them, they started getting interest from other big money people. So they basically lied to start. The email shouldn't have got out, so people were getting inside information that was wrong, so it made Bitmain look bad. And then from that point forward, Bitmain had to dispute the claims, saying that wasn't an official pitch deck. We never actually said.
Oh, that was a rough draft. How y'all get a hold of that?
We were in the talks with them.
We said make that copy just in case we get them.
Exactly. That's basically what they said. And it was one of those. It's like when you win the championship, they make 2 sets of newspapers for the winners.
Right. Yeah,
and they were holding up the wrong one, and they got caught.
That was a great metaphor.
They got caught. And one thing with going to an IPO is they're going to dig as deep as it takes to make sure they make their money. They're going to make sure everything is kosher.
You going to lie about this and we're not going to find out?
We're not going to find out.
400 million?
Come on, my guy. We have eyes. We got some of the best teams in the world. We're going to find this. So the Bitmain IPO isn't looking so hot right now. And just the lying part of it, or it's whatever happened as far as it getting out, that hurts them long term, because can we trust you from here on out? Right. I mean, like, at what point do we say, okay, all right, they made it up this time, we can't believe anything that comes out after that? So other companies have done worse. However, this doesn't look good for Bitmain, especially with that big tax maybe coming. Whew, it's going to get tough for them.
I will say that was, I could understand the move. If it was an intentional move, I understand it. Very risque move. But again, as we just discussed, this is happening all across the industry, not just in our industry, every industry, but I mean, we're seeing it right here live. But I mean, I get it because it's like if it would have worked, it would have worked. Nobody would have found out. But as you said, I mean, hey, if you're building your foundation on that lie, that's what's going to come down on. Whether it's a few weeks later, right now, or whether it been a year from now or 6 months from now when they're actually about to launch and somebody like, hold on, wait. What do you mean? What do you mean you never gave him the initial money? It was like, no, we thought y'all did. Like, it's like, oh no, give us this back. We're not doing this. It's crazy.
Jahan Wu, we can't trust you.
Right?
Oh, man.
Well, we know what Jahan would say. I'll try to find the tweet later. Blockchain's first hardware wallet will let you trade crypto for crypto. Shout out to blockchain.
Shout out to
people.
Them.
Blockchain has been at it for the longest. They have a mobile wallet out that's really good. I really like their mobile wallet. That's one of the ones I keep.
Yep.
It looks like they're now going toward the hardware side. It looks like announced today, blockchain has partnered with hardware wallet maker Ledger. Wow, huge name.
Big
and
name.
Started taking orders for a new handheld device called Lockbox. The first batch of shipments will go out in November. That's pretty cool. What's going to make Lockbox different? What's what are they doing here with this?
Oh yeah, well, since they partnered up with Ledger, all of the cryptocurrencies they offer, which is over 100 at this point, I think, all the cryptocurrencies they offer to store on there, they will be able to store it on there as well. And because blockchain has 30 million customers already, they'll be able to onboard all those people to use the wallet they're used to. If they're used to their blockchain wallet, they've been using it. Hey, why not get a hardware wallet that I can connect? A lot of people who have multiple hardware wallets, they'll definitely look into getting this just to test it or to use it, for whatever money on that specific wallet. So 30 million people is nothing to sniff at, especially, in this market. How many people day in, day out use crypto? I mean, probably less than 1 million. And honestly, 30 million people having a wallet, most people aren't using it yet. But once they do, they will want a hardware option, and this is good for them. I think this is big for the company as a whole.
I think it's huge for the industry.
Yeah, for the industry. Once you have native wallets coming out with their own hardware wallets, you can basically pair them up and have more security from a retail standpoint, in my opinion. And you won't have to worry about somebody's custodial.
I was just about to say.
Yeah, somebody charging you an extra 1% on top of what you already paid for the fees. Just to hold your own money. So this is possible. People, you can have a safe, you can have, some lockbox in a bank if you want, just to make it ironic and put your crypto wallet in there. So shout out to hardware wallets.
Yeah.
It's hardware wallet day.
And I mean, as you just kind of hit on, it's people, you can trade from this. Again, you can load everything up on these wallets, or once they come out their little lockbox, and you don't need an exchange again. Yeah. You literally just do an over-the-counter trade, get your money in some Bitcoin and crypto, wherever you want, fill it up with Dogecoin and transfer it over, and you can trade from it. And that's huge, people. Yeah. And that's one of those things where once this does become mainstream, no government in the world will know how much money people have. Period.
Yeah,
it
shouldn't be a concern.
It will be it shouldn't be a concern. You're right, but there will be no way of being able to tell. And then I think the next move, first of all, congrats to both of them. This is a great partnership. And I think right now, it's not enough companies, which is actually a fortunate thing, but there's not a lot of crypto companies that's out there that's really going all in partnering. And I think they're missing out on a big opportunity, because if you do it right now, I mean, nobody's catching you.
Nobody's catching you.
I think for blockchain and Ledger to partner together, that is huge news for the industry, especially with these two companies. But I was gonna say the next best thing is gonna be customization. Yeah. Right now we're finally getting it, so it's becoming easier and easier on the front end for the user experience. But I mean, if they're gonna partner up and make these ledgers and these basically USB drive wallets, it's only so long before you have they make them smaller, nicer. You can put it on your keychain, you can put it around your bracelets, your necklace, whatever, to make it indistinguishable. Yeah. And literally have $1 million around your neck and people won't know.
Nobody
your keychain and will have no clue about it. So I look forward to this. This is pretty cool.
Oh yeah, definitely. Shout out to Lockbox.
All right, what's going on, Panji Smoke, Zach Hart? What education would you guys recommend to someone wanting to work in the crypto industry in the future? I would say it depends on what part of the industry. If you're trying to get into tech, then you definitely got to learn all the coding stuff and all that.
Udemy and YouTube.
Yep, Udemy, YouTube is huge, and then the trading side just kind of depends on exactly what you're looking to get into. Yeah. But it doesn't hurt to have a technical background. I'm learning all the coding stuff too, so I can understand more and more of this stuff, because it is becoming more and more complex. And this gap is about to happen where since they're making that user experience easier, you're either going to be the person that has no clue what's going on in the back end. You're just all up front, whether regardless of whatever, or you actually do have some experience in the back end, which would definitely help even when it comes to trading, because you can at least understand the literature that's out there and know if somebody's saying we got a $400 million backing from some company when they don't, when they really do. So.
Oh yeah. Also look through our tutorials on our channel. Plenty of tutorials there for you to get started if you're new to the industry. So
yeah. Crypto Q said Robinhood announced custodial accounts yesterday too.
Of course,
so,
we already know it.
So that there, I mean, people, it's and again, Bitcoin's they said it. We've been saying all year this is the year to choose, and this is what we mean by choosing. Do you decide to go the easy way and use the Robinhoods and the Coinbases and the BitTrex, Cash Apps? We get it. It is very easy and all that. But that does serve as a bank account basically. Or do you say, hey, I'm going to give this new Ledger blockchain partnership lockbox when it comes out to try and see if it works. I'm gonna give that Exodus wallet a try. Yeah. The stuff we recommend are decentralized. People, no one really owns it, so it's usually a better product.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And then to go back to the question earlier, what was the correlation of the U.S. market crash, November 11th currency valuation, and Bitcoin descending triangle squeeze?
Oh yeah, well it does look like they are timing at the perfect time. A lot of stuff is happening in the markets. In the general markets that I see, one of the biggest things they tell you to look for when you're looking at a market crash is to look at cars. Are cars being sold? Which the cars are down in sales for the highest since 2016, I think. Homes, if you start seeing 0% loans for homes and they start giving away credit,
you can have it.
You can basically, yeah. It was like you don't even. We starting to see. I've already started to see those ads, for the past couple months, and starting to see it more.
It's funny, but it's not.
Yeah,
funny.
It's starting to see it more everywhere. Honestly, so if you have that correlating with the trade wars we have coming out, with the constant, our economy's doing fine. That is a big red flag to me. All these things sort of lead up to where you start to see, all right, our economy may be in trouble. Inflation rates went up. Trump's arguing with the Fed. It's a lot of signs pointing towards a certain shift in the monetary policy, I believe. But when that is, we don't know. JP Morgan predicts by 2020. I definitely say by 2019. So we'll see what happens, and that correlation should be pretty strong November 11th. So.
This next one's gonna be big. I mean, there's no way to hide it.
Yeah, we got bubbles everywhere. Man.
There's no way to hide it. We think the next one's gonna be big. It's overdue already, or on time, per decade.
Yeah.
So we'll see, but no problem. And then Zach Hart, we appreciate all you all who actually listen to us and come support and like and share and all that good stuff as well. So
absolutely,
thank you on your end. Minho said, are we going to do an AMA Ask Me Anything? We can do one soon.
Yeah, definitely do one
for sure. We'll do one possibly after the conference. We're gearing up for World Crypto Con, October 31st, November 2nd, people.
Oh yeah.
Where we'll be there, as well as almost every other influencer in the space, Twitter and YouTubers, as well as some of your mainstream speakers. We're talking about Draper, who's one of the biggest billionaire Draper, Mr. Draper himself. You got Charlie Shrim is going to be in the house. You have Ross Ulbricht, his mom's coming from infamous Silk Road case.
Oh yeah, gotta get a picture of her.
So we definitely have those $300 off reference links in the description if you want to come as well.
Oh yeah.
Minho said he feels we only cover mainstream news only. We do at this point because it's a lot easier for a lot of the beginners to consume as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So it's one of those things where we try to make it easier for everybody, community feel. But if you do want that in-depth stuff, join the group, ask us questions 24/7. Feel free.
Oh yeah.
And then S1 Dove said, do we still feel that crypto is a hedge against fiat?
Oh, yeah.
I do. Yeah,
long term, yes, absolutely. However, like we said, in the short term, a coin or a currency that's in its beginning stages, it will be speculative. So when people need money, they'll move to what they feel is safe. Like we said, Bitcoin could fail tomorrow and, life will go on. But the dollar only has to crash once. And then you have that, indifference from people like, all right, I really don't care what they have to say now. And that's when I think crypto will start to take hold as a world currency. So.
Again, we got to remind people, we have not seen cryptocurrency in a bear market for the United States as far as traditional markets.
Have not seen
it. Has been a bull run since Bitcoin has came out, which is crazy because for Bitcoin to even be where it's at, it shouldn't even be there then if you think of it that way. It's been a bull run since. I mean, think about if December of last year when Bitcoin went from 10 to 20,000, basically $19,700. In a 2-week span, think if we had that 2 weeks for a year straight, and Bitcoin was just pumping like that, which it really did last year. I mean, $1,000 or 20,000, but imagine you had that for 10 years straight. That is what's going on in the traditional market. It has been pumping for 10 years straight. That hasn't heard of people. It doesn't happen. So we haven't even seen cryptocurrency when that traditional market, as Bitcoin, they said, when someone loses just a little bit of faith in dollar, when they have to do another big bailout, when they have to take all the U.S. taxpayer funds to give it to some other country without asking us. Whatever it is, we have not seen that yet.
It's not going to be pretty.
Yeah, when that happens, it's going to be very interesting.
Absolutely.
Especially when you got a bunch of, 17-year-olds with, Lambos, because they've had this, they actually been buying crypto for the last few years, and the dollar starts dropping. So we'll see what happens. All right, for the free cryptic coin, what are we doing today?
Oh, yeah. So for the free coins today, we discussed a lot about hardware wallets. Which hardware wallets are your favorite, or which hardware wallets will you try in the future? Will you try Sonys? Will you try Lockbox? Are there other ones we may not have heard of, other people in the community may need to know about that may work well for you? Put them on there. Put your cryptic coin address, and we'll send those free coins.
There you go. As always, thanks for watching. And if you listen to us, you can check us out on Google Play Music, iTunes Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and every other podcast streaming platform out there. So, thanks for watching and listening, and we will see you all tomorrow. Cheers.
Have a good one.